Okay, so today I want to bring some big news to you about future adoption. I saw these two news stories. I actually saw one of them last night, I think close to midnight. And then I actually saw both of these, I guess, close to midnight last night. So this morning, I wanted to make these videos for you. Before I go here, I want you to understand really the purpose of my channel. I talk about a lot of things that I get excited about in the crypto space, but the real reason I started my channel was in part to document my journey, in part to have a form of edutainment, education, entertainment, really about bringing awareness to the crypto space, because I wholeheartedly believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe that cryptocurrency without question is the future. I believe this is one of the most exciting things that technology has done in our current lifetime, because I think the impact is going to be far-reaching and wide-reaching. With that being said, a big focus on my channel is finding ways to invest in this technology, and part of that includes buying and holding some Bitcoin and some Ethereum, and potentially other currencies. I talk about P3D on this channel as well. I also like to earn passive currencies because that's a form of investing, and I can do an entire video on passive type investments typically outperforming just appreciation of investments. So you'll see things like, even things like the crypto browser that I use, even, the Bitcoin faucets, even though that's, small money, I'm just enthusiastic about it. I think it's a way for people to get their foot in the door when they're nervous, that sort of thing. But I would make no mistake, my ultimate goal is to profit from this technology, to advocate for this technology, and to just be a part of, cutting edge history, science, if science is even the right word. That's not even the right word. It's technology, but there's another term I wanted to use there. I guess arguably it is a type of science, computer science, whatever. Unfortunately, my wits don't match my passion, but I do believe in where this is going and what's taking place. And these two news stories were two of the biggest stories that I've seen in a while. People get caught up, the market's not moving, this and that. I don't care what the market's doing. I'm okay if the market keeps dropping, literally. How can you be okay with that? Because I'm not done building my position. Like, I want a bigger position. I want more Bitcoin. I want more Ethereum. I want more P3D tokens right now. Those are things that I want a larger crypto browser referral network. All of these things are going to become much harder to acquire long term. And keep in mind, I'm not all in on cryptocurrency. This is a small portion of my portfolio, but I consistently buy cryptocurrencies, And I can talk more about my strategies and things in another video if you want me to talk about that. Just put comments below. However, today I want to talk about mass adoption, and these are two very big news stories. This one's from August 4th. This is Square seeing real growth in Bitcoin user base, CFO. Now, the whole article, by the way, this is from CCN, but the whole article is basically how, the CFO sort of didn't want to own up at first that, Bitcoin was as big a part of their growth as it has been. But then as, she was questioned about it, she basically said, hey, there is some real growth taking place here, obviously, because they're allowing people to buy and sell cryptocurrency. And I think it's through Bitcoin. I was doing some research on this. I've heard of this app, the Cash App, and I believe Square owns that. And they allow people to buy Bitcoin, buy and sell Bitcoin through their app. This is a big deal, and I'm personally going to research this app a little bit more. I know some of you may use this app. If you do, and can you confirm this for me? But Square is a major processor when it comes to processing payments and things like that as well. So the fact that they're starting to accept Bitcoin, I'll also tell you that. Let's see, is it over here? Let me see if I see this story, if it's not buried yet, because I've seen this story as well. Let's see. I'm not seeing it. There was also a story about Coinbase starting to be able to create payment solutions. I'm not seeing that. Okay, that's fine. I'm not seeing it. Okay. However, Coinbase is starting to allow payment solutions and that's awesome. And they're using it in in one of the e-commerce apps. They're allowing it on people to use. I mean, one of the WordPress apps on their website. So you've got that going on. You've got Square allowing people to buy Bitcoin through their app now, and you combine that with this other news story, which I think is potentially, in some ways, even bigger. Bitcoin could be the first worldwide currency. This is said by the company that owns a New York Stock Exchange. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't get much bigger than this. You don't get much bigger than this. Now, we still have a long ways to go. But this is big news. I mean, a year ago, 2 years ago, especially 2 years ago, this would have people would have been so excited about this. Every YouTuber on the planet would have been talking about it. I mean, this is a big story, how far we've come in a couple of years. But the fact that it's even being considered by someone like the New York Stock Exchange. Now, some people aren't going to like this because they see it as a centralized authority, blah, blah, blah. I do get that. I am definitely for decentralization primarily. However, it's big news that big players are seeing this. They've created companies to be able to make it easier, and you can read through this article if you want. I'll put it down below. But this is big, big, big news. Big news. Square, a company like Square, basically starting to test the waters, kind of innovate in the Bitcoin space. And then you got this company here. The company name is actually Chief Executive operates the world's largest stock exchange, believes in Bitcoin. The chief executive of the company that owns and operates the world's largest, I think the company is called International Continental. Yeah, here it is, ICE founder. Here, I'll just read it right here. The chief executive of the company that owns and operates the world's largest stock exchange believes that Bitcoin has the potential to be the world's first worldwide currency, and he's throwing his firm's weight behind an ambitious plan to make that a reality. There's a lot of, this is important for two reasons. Power players are going to battle it out. And if you're pro cryptocurrency, you want the power players that are pro cryptocurrency to win. There's other articles up here about UBS not allowing or saying that that basically cryptocurrency is not stable, that it would have to hit $213,000. That's garbage, by the way. Don't believe that at all. But you're going to see this stuff all the time. Why? Because it's in UBS's best interest for Bitcoin not to be a worldwide currency. So they're going to put out articles like this. It would cost them, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars, if Bitcoin ever became a worldwide currency, or any other currency, cryptocurrency became a worldwide currency. So with that being said, these are huge stories. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. International Continental Exchange, owner of the New York Stock Exchange, is forming a new company dubbed BECEC, I'm not sure how you say that seeks to bridge the divide between Wall Street, Main Street, and the flagship cryptocurrency. Speaking with Fortune, ICE Chairman and CEO Jeffrey Sprecher explained that he believes that bolstered by Bakkt's infrastructure, Bitcoin could become the currency of choice for global payments. That's huge, huge. Now, granted, obviously he's looking to profit from this. This guy has nothing to do with, decentralization, trustless blockchains. He doesn't even understand why, probably the real benefit of a trustless blockchain. I mean, he is a part of the mainstream financial system. But that part doesn't matter yet. As long as, the blockchain is not corrupted or the trustless, as long as it doesn't become overly centralized, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a big deal as an investor in the cryptocurrencies. And it's big news towards mass adoption. Big news. And I'll leave it there. Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention to what's around you. We are in incredible times. Absolutely incredible times. I'll put both these articles down below this video in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day.